Ultra Rumble!
Now, if you want to learn how to combo with this character, just know there's a lot of things you need to know first. There's two gammas. One's the grounded gamma, in which if you're too close, you will spin around and kind of whiff around the opponent, be like mid-range here. And then there's a jump gamma, where it's exactly what it sounds like. You jump and press gamma. You'll still spin depending on your connection or the platform you're on. So never do two betas and try to combo. Never do one beta then two melees, then try to combo. Simple is better. If you get two alphas in, then go for it. On HP, if you try to do this on GP, then yes, they can roll out of it, or even worse, they smack you and punish you for it. But on HP, you have more leniency to do busted stuff. I've gone over that. We're gonna go over 3 stages of combos. First stage is gonna be normal gamma, jump gammas. Now, internet's bad today, okay, excuse it, but second stage is gonna look like this. And third stage will look like this. Okay, I think they got the point. Gamma jump canceling happens when you press jump and a gamma. If you're on the floor or in the air, but your gamma's touching the ground, like just by little grazing it, then you can jump out of it by pressing the jump button. As such, you can also hold the direction in which you're jumping. So if I hold forward, I'll go forward. If I hold back, I'll jump back. If I hold right or left, you get the picture. But in this case, if you're in a combo or trying to do a combo, hold back. That way you can always combo off that. No, you can do alpha into gamma, as such. And you can jump after the gamma, so it looks like this. If you can consistently do this, then you're ready to do a combo. But in this case, hold back. Jump while holding back. Get used to this pattern right here. And then do it on your opponent. If you don't know what you're doing, just practice this motion. Alpha, gamma, jump back, alpha, gamma. But other than that, there won't be many situations where you're getting to be fancy with the combos. So, what do we do in this situation? This is where this bad boy comes in. Never do 2 betas, never do 3. If you do this, shame on you and your title as a Mt.Lady player. Get out of my sight. But other than that, you always want to do 1 beta. But if you're starting off with this character, that's the go-to combo. Beta, jump, alpha, gamma, alpha, gamma. Now as for stage 3, which looks like... Yeah. How do I do that, you ask? Well, this comes a difficult part with this. Now, when I'm doing the doubles, if you haven't noticed a little crucial detail, when I'm doing gamma, I'm specifically turning my camera. I'm doing a 180 turn, but I'm still jumping back with the jump. I'm not holding forward when I jump, I'm still holding back throughout the whole thing. The only thing I'm changing is the angle in which I'm looking at. Now as to why this could, again, this took me some time to learn because on a Switch platform, this was probably one of the most difficult things. If you want to do this, it's a bit more difficult, but the process will go jump, gamma, and then while you jump, you hold back, but you turn your camera 180 degrees. Then after you turn your camera, you'll do 2 alphas afterward. Now, at first, because training makes it green, you would think they can be able to roll out of it. That's not the case here. Now, back to the training regiment. You want to jump, alpha, gamma, turn your camera, 2 alphas, and then you will immediately press gamma after said 2 alphas. Which is already a lot of damage, so why do anything else? As I mentioned before, you won't really find yourself in a situation to do alpha into gamma in the first place without one of these. Because you bet it's better to have a target that is stunned than a target that's moving around shooting alphas. Alpha doesn't stun people, it merely attacks them. So if I'm trying to go for an alpha into gamma, they could possibly just roll the gamma portion of it. Which is why beta is necessary to stun them first, and then absolutely shred their existence. Which brings us to another subject on this. The combo I just showcased can also work off a melee attack. But in this case, you'll probably want to do something like this. But yeah, as you can see, this is very difficult. This is not something that they teach you in academia school. No, this is some actual finger-breaking stuff if you're on a console. But then again, it gets easier as you do it, so... But other than that, jab mid-combo. If you're trying to do a jab, never commit to the full gamma at all. Otherwise, they'll be blown back. Let's say one of you has to go. Okay, none of you is going. I got you. Okay, if I try to like do a melee in a combo, they get blown back. So how do we counter this? You kind of don't. Ish, sorta. The method is not doing a full gamma for like embrittlement. Unless you jab them, then just go for this. So that just makes you wonder, is everything else I'm doing extra? Yes! Yes, it is. Do I care? No. It's not meant to be practical. It's meant to be fun. Which is why I play the character. Right, moving on to the next subject. Air melee. If you saw a Reddit clip, you'll notice this. Now, on another platform, that'll probably not blow them back as much. How do I do this uppercut in a combo? Well, thing about this, the gamma jump cancels, it can convert into this. Or a melee, or air melee. You can convert it to a normal melee or air melee. Or one of these. As to actually how you do this, I will explain now. When you jump, you have a window to press melee. You have to instantly press melee after the jump though. And then if you want air melee, then just disregard this first rule and delay the melee. Let yourself jump, then press melee. In this case, when you're jumping, jump backwards and then do melee. And then your uppercut should still track to the opponent regardless. So let's say if I'm like looking this way. You see how it goes towards the opponent? It's still gonna track the opponent because, well, that's how tracking works in this game. So now, as you saw this little portion, give it a second for the end of that. Ignore my horrible internet connection. I'm trying to teach a video here. But back to what I was going to. This is what most people would do. But what I'm doing is I'm adding an alpha. You're probably wondering how I'm doing this. Well, you see when I do this, I'm pressing alpha before every gamma. Well, the thing about canceling moves is you can cancel your alpha into a beta if you haven't already known. You can cancel 2 alphas into a beta. Okay, if the second one would come out. 2 alphas into a beta and then an alpha into a beta. Gamma can be canceled into a jump. Alpha can be canceled into a gamma if you haven't known this fact already. If you do now, congratulations, you're 5% smarter than most of the Mount community. But other than that, when I do this, I jump, press alpha, and immediately beta. This takes a bit of timing, otherwise you do like something like this. In terms of which direction you should be holding when doing this specific portion, honestly, hold no direction. Like, don't hold forward, don't hold back. The fun part about Mt.Lady is the amount of combos you can build in training mode. Let's say I go like a melee combo. You have a bunch of possibilities you can do, as long as you understand the drawbacks of this character, as well as like her blowbacks. Because other than that, what good is a character if you don't know how to properly level up said character in the first place? Most Mt.Ladies, after learning this combo, will make the mistake of doing something along the lines of this. Don't worry, I did the same thing when I was starting off with this character. You never want to do this because your beta is one of the greatest tools. Endgame, giant mode, small mode. It's a great tool. Now, honestly, if I have something along the lines of this, now you feel like I'm neglecting Gamma, yeah? No. Discuss actual level up strategies. First, this, this. Now, there's a whole bunch of other Mt.Ladies that will change this up and actually go for something along the lines of this. They'll go level 6 alpha, level 9 beta, and then max out alpha. The last thing I need to discuss about this that's very important is the actual characters you're going up against. The problem with Mt.Lady's combos is that they're flawed. The thing about said combos, they won't work on everyone. As to how, you ask, let's take a character like Momo. Sometimes, okay, no, not even sometimes, majority of the time, I can press the jump button in a combo, but it won't work. Because the character models makes my Gamma not be able to jump off the floor. The only reason that worked is because Deku was there. Can you, like, get off each other's backs? Okay. As you can see, I'm clearly capable of, like, doing it off Deku. But if I try to do it off Momo, I can't even jump out of it. Because character models are like this. Now, who does this character model thing actually affect? I will go over them in the list shown as such. Ida is one of them. Momo is one of them. Mirio is one of them. Cementos is one of them. Aizawa is one of them. All Might is one of them. Endeavor is one of them. Hawks is one of them. Shigarakis are one of them. All for One's one of them. Dabi is one of them. Twice is one of them. Compress, Overhaul, and Kuro Giri. Back to what I was trying to say. If you want me to combo like a Momo, this is where the two versions of Gamma come in. So if you remember what I was talking about earlier, there's two kinds of Gammas. Grounded. That's a grounded version. You see how I'm like sliding across the floor as such? And then the jump version is just me jumping and then pressing Gamma. You play Mount, you will definitely see the difference. If you don't, if it's a problem, it's yours, not mine. No. But other than that, stop levitating out my stick in training session. What I was trying to say is the grounded Gamma works on opponents in which you cannot jump cancel out of. You can jump cancel, but the next Gamma you do, you won't be able to unless you do, like, what was it, the wave dashing, like. It doesn't matter which character is, you're able to do something like this. Final thing I should go over. Because, good lord, I'm tired. Who doesn't love tuning? The one thing that absolutely shifted the game's course forever. This is a good old tuning the good you want to go for this. If you're starting with the beginner set, take this outfit, go to tuning, throw on Embrittlement HP Sucker on that bad boy, and then Pro Fit. This is what I still use despite the Sisterly nerfs. I go Sisterly Disposition, and if I'm feeling like it, Revenge Support or Divine Protection. If you're going for Divine Protection, you better pray you can actually survive. But if you're going with Revenge Support, then you will survive slightly longer. Other people will pick alternatives such as this combo to run with, what is the GP Sucker and then HP Sucker. And for those watching the video, I hope you do like and subscribe. If you need help with this character or tips in the comments, I'll be happy to listen to you. Other than that, take care. Peace.